In this video, we are going to discuss a new topic called cell signaling. Cell signaling is the communication between two cells. So, to communication to occur, we need three things. First, a secretory cell and the target cell. This secretory cell will release signaling molecule. So, what is the signaling molecule? It will release. First thing is synthesis and release of signaling molecule. Second is transport of signaling molecule to the target cell. Third thing is binding of signaling molecule to the receptors of the target cell. So, we need three things for a cell signaling or communication to occur. So, let's discuss about types of cell signaling. So, first is our autocrine signaling. Autocrine signaling, that is, a cell is there and it will release its signaling molecule and it will be accepted by the receptor present on the same cell, and this is called as autocrine signaling. And the example of autocrine signaling is immune cell or at the time of proliferation of T cells. The second is juxtracrine signaling. So, in juxtracrine signaling is also called as contact dependent. Why it is called contact dependent? Because two cells need to contact each other for signaling to occur. So, here a cell is there, here second cell is there. Suppose here we have the receptors of the target cell, and here we have the membrane bond signaling molecule. This will be in contacts, that's why it is called as contact dependent or juxtracrine signaling. So, example of juxtracrine signaling are notch signaling in developmental biology or at the time of cell differentiation, at the time of development of embryo. This notch signaling is required, and it is an example of juxtracrine signaling. And certain cytokines and chemokines also act as a contact dependent or juxtracrine signaling. So, don't confuse with juxtracrine and gap junction, because at the time of gap junction, in gap junction the two cells cytoplasm is connected. So, two cell cytoplasm is connected, and via this channel ions or other molecules are transported. But here in juxtracrine, this is gap junction, and gap junction is juxtracrine is different. Here the signaling molecule and receptors is required for the juxtracrine signaling, but here two cells directly their cytoplasm is connected, and the ions and other molecules passes from one cell to other. Now we will discuss the third type of signaling, that is paracrine signaling. So, in this paracrine signaling, we have a cell here, we have a second cell here, or the second target cells. These are the secretory cells. It will secrete its signaling molecule and it will transport the signaling molecule to the target cell, and here we have the receptors. Here the signaling molecule will bind to the receptor of the target cell. And remember, the paracrine signaling will be in a short distance, that is, our signal molecule will travel to a short distance. And the example of paracrine signaling are your growth factors, clotting factors, and our neurocrine signalings or synaptic signaling also comes under paracrine signaling. So, neurocrine or synaptic signaling comes under paracrine signaling, because in neurons the communication occur between two neurons. Suppose this is the presynaptics and this is the postsynaptics. So here also same, synthesis and release of signaling molecule occur through this vesicular budding, and signaling molecule will travel and bind to the receptors present on the postsynaptics, and the gap between these is called as synapse. That's why it is called as synaptic signaling, and it occurs in the neurons, and the distance between this is also short distance. So next we will discuss about the fourth type of cell signaling. The fourth type of cell signaling is endocrine signaling. So in endocrine signaling, what happens is that the cell is there, secretory cell, which will secrete the signaling molecule, and we have the target cell at a far distance. Suppose this is the target cell. Here in endocrine signaling, our signaling molecule will travel via the blood stream. Suppose this is the blood stream is there. So our this cell, that is signaling molecule, will travel through the blood stream, and it will transport to the target cell and bind to the receptor of the target cell, and the distance between two cell, the communication distance between two cell is long. So paracrine is opposite of endocrine. Paracrine we need short distance, but endocrine we need long distance. All the hormones use the endocrine signaling. That's why endocrine signaling is also known as hormone signaling. So example of endocrine signalings are thyroid stimulating hormone or insulin. Suppose for example TSH, thyroid stimulating hormone, will secrete from pituitary gland and travel to the thyroid gland, so through a blood stream, and this is called as endocrine signaling. So with this, the cell signaling we discussed four major types of cell signaling, that is autocrine, juxtacrine, paracrine and endocrine. So now we will talk about cell signaling and receptors. So cell signaling or signal molecule, these signal molecules are classified based on hydrophobicity. So first is lipophilic, second is hydrophilic. Signaling molecule. So this lipophilic molecule can travel the plasma membrane, and simultaneously we will discuss about receptors also. Intracellular, extracellular. So this lipophilic molecule will travel the plasma membrane and bind to the intracellular receptors present on the nucleus or in the cytoplasm. And in hydrophilic molecule, so hydrophilic molecule cannot pass the plasma membrane, so it needs an extracellular receptors. So hydrophilic signal molecule will bind to the extracellular receptors, and lipophilic molecule can pass and it will bind to the intracellular receptors. So this is the overview of cell signaling. So I hope you like this video. So please don't forget to like and subscribe my channel. Thank you.